Today's case is about a man who drove around hunting and preying on women. In a recorded confession, he states, "I never wanted to kill anyone. I just wanted to have sex. Whatever I had to do to get it, I just did."
Oh, hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Danny, and here you'll find no happy endings. Prince Charming turns out to be Prince Harming, and the pretty princess, well, she's in need of an exorcist. Fairy tales turned scary tales, where we dive into the dark side and learn about real true crime and real life horror. We all have light and dark inside of us, but what truly matters is which part we choose to act on. So let the light outshine the darkness.
Christopher Kornberger was born and raised in a town called Marlton, which is located in southern New Jersey. It is a fairly large town, with a graduating class having approximately about 700 students. Therefore, there were 5 to 6 elementary schools and 2 to 3 middle schools that filtered into one high school. Chris led a normal life. He had plenty of friends that he would go hang out with after school, ride bikes, ride dirt bikes and quads with. A friend and classmate of Christopher's, who knew him from first grade to high school, recalls a specific memory where the group of friends were out riding quads in the woods. And he remembers Chris throwing stones at animals, and at one point Chris ended up hitting a squirrel so hard that the squirrel couldn't get up and run away. He did say something to Chris along the lines of how messed up that is, with Chris proceeding to laugh about it and then take a pocket knife out of his pocket, walk up to the squirrel, and cut off its head. Now, if that's not a warning sign that there's something seriously wrong with this person, I don't know what is. At the age of 18, Chris would find himself experimenting with recreational drugs and then driving around at night looking for women who were alone. As fate would have it, on the evening of May 10, 2003, he came across a woman named Krista DeFrancisco. Krista was 24 years old. She had a 9-month-old baby and a husband who loved her very much. She was coming home in the parking lot, unexpecting anything other than excited to get home to her family after a girls' night out at a country music bar. Neighbors heard screaming around 2:30 a.m. and thought that it was just teens playing, so they didn't call the police. At 6:30 a.m., someone found Krista on her front lawn covered in blood, naked from the waist down. The police were called and she was transported to the hospital. Krista was attacked with a butterfly knife. She was stabbed 16 times with wounds to her lungs, her liver, and also a wound to her left eye that penetrated to her brain, which is what led to her death. She was found after examination to have been violently SA'd, and DNA was found. 2 days after the incident, she was taken off life support by her husband. It was later realized that just 3 days prior to the attack on Krista, police had responded to a suspicious vehicle call in the parking lot of Krista's residence. When the police got out and spoke to Christopher, he had stated that he was jogging and then he was let go. Less than a month after the R and the unaliving of Krista, a woman named Elizabeth Jung was jogging in the Marlton area training for a marathon. It was around 8 a.m. in the morning on August 3rd of 2003. She was on the left side of the road facing traffic when she heard an engine behind her. Elizabeth turned around to see a car 3 to 4 feet behind her but coming directly for her. She jumped on the hood rather than to be hit head on, landed on the hood, flew off, falling onto the road, suffering significant injuries. She wholeheartedly believed that it was on purpose, and she tried to get the license plate when the suspect stopped the car and got out. Elizabeth was screaming, and a neighbor came out saying that she had called 911. Chris said that he was looking down for a cigarette and tried to approach Elizabeth when the neighbor went inside to get her a bottle of water. Chris pursued Elizabeth, who avoided him by circling around his car. Police reported the incident as a traffic accident and issued a ticket and fines. Elizabeth later filed a civil suit. In November of 2003, just 3 months following the incident or traffic accident with Elizabeth, a woman by the name of Nancy Clark was walking outside when she saw Chris smoking a cigarette. They briefly made eye contact, and she walked past him to suddenly be attacked from behind with a knife. Nancy screamed and ran to the police station to provide a description that was used to make a sketch. In March of 2004, a police officer identified Christopher Kornberger via Nancy's sketch, and they went to his house to collect DNA because, unknown to Chris, there was a cigarette butt that was retrieved from the crime scene. Once the DNA from the crime scene off the cigarette butt was matched to Kornberger's DNA in the R and SA of Krista, Kornberger was arrested and he waived his rights. While there, he asked what they wanted to talk to him about. Officers replied saying that it was about the incidents that happened in the area, with Chris responding, "Oh, it's about that girl that was attacked around Mother's Day." This was huge because Krista's attack happened the day before Mother's Day, and so Kornberger was aware of why they wanted to talk to him before they even gave him a name, further proving that he was guilty. Christopher later gave a confession once he realized that they had the DNA evidence. He didn't simply break down and admit his guilt because, as his lawyer states, he was coerced, but Christopher Kornberger did cite specifics. He stated how he crept behind Krista about 5 steps from her door, how he stabbed her in the shoulder area and then the face, how scared she looked, how she turned and began to scream and kick. He heard her screams, waited in a bush before returning to her body to SA her. "I just went ballistic. I deserve to die," Christopher told Evesham detectives. "I really do. I can't imagine me doing this. I can't. But I know I did. I never wanted to kill anyone. I just wanted to have sex. Whatever I had to do to get it, I just did." Christopher Kornberger was found guilty in 2008 for the R and the unaliving of Krista DeFrancisco, who was only 24 years old and attacked just feet from her front door. while her husband and her 9-month-old baby were inside sleeping. He was convicted on the first-degree unaliving, felony unaliving, third-degree possession of a knife, 3 counts of aggravated SA. He was also convicted in the Elizabeth Jung case of the second-degree aggravated assault, third and second-degree attempted SA and kidnapping, as well as the Nancy Clark conviction for the first-degree attempted unaliving and possession, second and third-degree SA. He was sentenced to life plus 51 years with no parole. He did attempt to appeal these charges, but all of his attempts have been denied. Can you imagine coming home from a night out with the girls and you're standing at your front or walking to your front door about to unlock it and being attacked right in front of your home? Or you're out for a jog and a car tries to hit you, or you're walking down the street and you get attacked by someone with a knife. Like, nobody is expecting for that to happen, but maybe this is just a reminder that we all need to be aware of our surroundings at all times, to expect the unexpected, and to always remember to keep yourself safe. You have to pay attention, you have to be alert, because there are monsters out there. Christopher Kornberger is just one of the monsters. Please let me know your thoughts on this case. Thoughts and prayers go out to all of the people who were affected in this case, and I'm from Southern New Jersey, and my sister actually dated a friend of Chris's. They went to school together, and she actually was given some details. I don't know how her ex obtained those details, but some of the things that she told me were just disgusting. That Kornberger had thoughts of SAing and Ring bodies and things along those lines.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Be sure to leave me a comment, drop me a like, subscribe to be part of the crew. Always keep it real. And just remember, when everything around you feels dark and you cannot find the light, you are the light.